Fans in Japan, we pledge to do everything that we can to support Daisuke, to assist him and his family, and to ensure that he will be a success. Not that he needs much help. And so, on behalf of John, Tom, and Larry, I'd like to welcome to Boston and announce the newest member of the Boston Red Sox, Daisuke Matsuzaka. I think once we all hold it high. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Real quick.
Well, as you can imagine, there's a bit of a lag here with the translation. It takes some time, you know, so we get the announcement and then, of course, the translation to Daisuke. But here we are, the ceremony holding up, and that's his...
There's the smile.
His number 18. Of course, that is Johnny Damon's former number. Some might consider that a bit controversial. I don't know. But
really, it's kind of strange to have it be so quiet over there, knowing all the fanfare that it took to get him here. His plane, his private jet arriving, or the private jet of John Henry arriving last night at Hanscom Field, and that's really when Daisuke first touched down on Massachusetts soil, and then on to where he got his physical at Mass General. And we understand that the deal was done. The papers were signed actually at the hospital last night after that physical. This is video here of earlier in the day. Watch this here. Back to our seat. First pitch to owner John Henry, and look at that smile. He just cracked himself up. We don't know what happened, but it has John Henry
soft enough to make sure he caught it, but I don't know that he did.
And now we have on the left there, he's trying on all the attire. And it seems like, as you can see there, that's going to be kind of the signature way of greeting and thanking. Matsuzaka is that signature Japanese bow.
It's been an exhaustive 24, maybe even, 48 hours for all these people, because of that negotiation was going on. Not only in California, where they met with Matsuzaka and his agent Scott Boras, but in that cross-country flight as well. And then, of course, culminating last night with the examination at Massachusetts General Hospital, after which the deal was done.
That deal being $60 million over 6 years here, getting $2 million signing bonus, $6 million next year, $8 million in each of the following 3 seasons, and $10 million in each of the final 2 years. Of course, $8 million with incentives there. Really, that makes him our $100+ million man here at Fenway.
Of course, this is the video from last night as they got off the plane. You can see him wearing the fur collar jacket. Clearly prepared for his new location here in New England.
Really, the way that we see things going now is pretty much going to set the standard of how press conferences with him are going to be. We see him taking to the mic, and of course, after he speaks, the interpretation.
そうですね。テレビで見たことは何度もあるのですけれども、まだこうなんですかね、工事中にもかかわらず。その球場の、長い歴史と、球場の、美しさに、感動しました。これがまだ開幕の時に、完璧な状態に、なっていると思うと。
The question was his impressions of Fenway.
I haven't seen it several times on the TV at Fenway Park. Even the construction doing the in the ballpark is very, very beautiful and very impressed. And so maybe it's not after the season start. It's going to be completed at the game. I'm looking for the scene again.
Question? Go ahead.
Daisuke, welcome. I wonder if you could tell us at one point in the course of these negotiations that you realized that you would be coming to the Red Sox, and did you have your doubts that this day would come to pass?
一つだけ交渉において別に来る決め手になったことを教えてください。やっぱり、自分にとって、一番大切な、 家族の、サポートを、してくれる、もうそこが、一番の決め手になりました。
The decision he make is that the family thinks the Boston Red Sox support the family. That's why I make a decision.
Question?
松坂さんに質問します。先ほどもグリーンモンスターの前とか行かれてたと思うんですけども、ここフェンウェイパークグリーンモンスターが有名ですけども、松坂さんの日本で怪物と文字通りモンスターと呼ばれてたと思うんですが、今実際にレッドモンスターとなられた気分っていうのを教えていただけますでしょうか。
Obviously having a Japanese reporter there asking Daisei a question in
It's going to be a
Japanese.
slow news conference with all
Nickname is
the
Japan.
translation,
Also
obviously.
monster. And now become a red monster. What do you feel?
I've lost track.
Daisuke. Daisuke, this way. To your left.
I think they're confused too.
まあ、今とにかくレッドソックスの1位になれたことにすごく非常に、嬉しく思いますし、興奮しています。
I'm very happy and excited to be a member of Boston Red Sox.
Daisuke, has there been any talk? Has there been any talk about where you'll fit into the rotation?
All right,
And
so
with
he
your new
is there
teammates, has
at
there been
Fenway
any
Park
contact?
continuing to answer questions. Obviously, it is quite the sensation. He is somewhat of a cultural phenomenon in his country. And 7 Sean Hennessy found out what all the fuss is about.
He has yet to throw a strike in the major leagues, yet the arrival of Daisuke Matsuzaka has Red Sox Nation on cloud 9.
Everybody's pretty excited about the new acquisition. We didn't think it was going to happen, but we're pretty excited about it. I think it's going to add to a great staff.
With Japan's national treasure now crossing the Pacific Pond,
He is the best in Japan. He is incredible.
Japanese experts like Mary White, who's written several books about Japanese culture, say the news of this import is seismic.
I think the Red Sox are going to appear on Japanese television every night, just the way the Seattle Mariners and the Yankees are. I think that when you see Japanese players on Japanese television from America, it inspires a new kind of pride and excitement in Japan.
And excitement among the Japanese media chronicling every Daisuke step.
We miss him, but I mean, in Japanese miss him, but Japanese, is going to be very, very happy if we succeed, in U.S.
Given what the Red Sox have paid, success is what Red Sox Nation is counting on.
I hope he wins. We're paying him that much money,
I hope he's worth it. That's a lot of money to be paying. I really hope that he can perform.
When he does perform, expect to see him in number 18, the same jersey he wore in Japan. But don't expect to buy a Daisuke game jersey with the name on it immediately.
He's not part of the Players Association yet, so there'd have to be a separate contract with Major League Baseball and him and the Red Sox. And, there's a lot of factors that come into play.
A lot of factors, but also a lot of excitement back in Japan. People there are very excited. All eyes, as you can see with the media, the heavy Japanese media presence here at Fenway Park. All eyes watching the news conference that we were broadcasting live, all live back in Japan. Also, people there are full of national pride because back there, they're so excited that one of their national treasures has been recruited and lured and is good enough, yet another one is good enough to play in the major leagues here in the United States. Lots of good news here from Fenway Park being beamed all the way across the Pacific Ocean. We're live at Fenway Park. Sean Hennessy, 7 News.
All right, Sean, thanks. And the Sox certainly rolling the dice on this signing. Here's how the numbers and all the zeros break down. Matsuzaka will earn $52 million over 6 years. The negotiation rights alone, $51 million, bringing the Sox investment to a grand total of $103 million. And believe it or not, Matsuzaka is not the highest paid Red Sox player. He's actually 4th on the list behind Manny Ramirez, who makes $18 million, newly signed J.D. Drew making $14 million, and Big Papi, who rakes in $13. Matsuzaka's arrival also brings a media circus to the hub. You heard some of the Japanese reporters earlier. All the reporters and camera crews from around the world have come to get a glimpse of the prize pitcher. The Red Sox have fielded hundreds of requests for credentials for tonight's news conference.
And as you saw in the news conference, he will be wearing the number that evokes some mixed feelings among Sox fans. 18, previously worn by World Series hero turned rival Johnny Damon. He's still wearing that number with the Yankees. At 5:30, some key words Sox fans will need to learn to break down this language barrier now that Daisuke's in town. At 6, $100 million for him? Boy, that could go a long way for most of us.